There's something I've been thinking about lately. Men and women are constantly told they should be treated exactly the same. But in reality, society still treats them very differently. And before people instantly get emotional, listen, I'm not attacking women. I'm talking about expectations. Because there are expectations placed on men that nobody really talks about anymore. For example, if you're in a dangerous situation, most people still expect the man to step forward, not the woman. You know, if there's a strange noise at 2 a.m., it's always the man that goes downstairs to check it out. If there's a war, who gets sent first? Men. And if a couple's stranded somewhere, who's expected to sacrifice themselves? The man. And even in everyday life, you see it. You hold the door for a woman. You let the woman go first. You give up your seat on public transport. You carry heavy stuff. You're expected to protect, expected to provide, and expected to stay calm under pressure. And most men do accept that responsibility willingly, because deep down, most men are raised believing, protect women, protect children, and handle your problems. Because what's interesting is society still expects traditional behavior from men, while simultaneously telling men they shouldn't expect anything in return. Now that creates confusion for a lot of men, because on one hand, you're told to be strong and dependable, be a protector, but on the other hand, don't talk about how hard that pressure is. And I think a lot of men feel quietly that's a contradiction, especially today, because whether people want to admit it or not, society is still more generally uncomfortable seeing women struggle than seeing men struggle. A struggling man's often told, figure it out. A struggling woman usually receives more emotional support immediately. And again, that does not mean women don't suffer. Of course they do. Life's hard for everyone. Pretending men and women experience the same expectations in society, now that's just mental. That's just not reality. Men are still expected to sacrifice, still expected to stay emotionally in control, still expected to provide solutions, still expected to protect people, and even when themselves are exhausted mentally, a lot of men carry that pressure silently because they feel like if they stop performing, their value disappears. And that's a heavy, heavy thing to carry, especially when life starts falling apart around you. And maybe, instead of constantly arguing about who has it harder, we should start being more honest about pressure. You know, both men and women deal with differently, because pretending those differences don't exist helps nobody. And whether people like hearing this or not, society still expects a lot from men. Even if nobody says it out loud, I will. So stay strong, stay humble, and God bless, and have a blessed weekend.